Pagano, save something for the game.
I'm just warming up, Coach.
From the movie 17 again, to the movie Neighbors and Neighbors 2, is this physique that Zac Efron brings to the table natty or not? Let's talk about it. So as we all know, Zac Efron, when it comes to movies, always brings in his best package, buzz. And as we all know, some of his transformations have been, well, questionable to say the very least when it comes to achieving those naturally. But in today's video, we're going to scrap all those to the side and we're going to be seeing if this one was achieved naturally or not. Let's just go ahead and watch some clips and let's figure that out. So there's not a whole lot of information on Zac Efron's weight going into the movie, but for 17 again, we can almost assume that he was 145 pounds. And I'm only assuming this because of the timeline on which his movies were taken. He did the main bulk for his movie in Baywatch. But if we just take a quick look at his physique already looks insane. He has traps that are pretty dang big, he has cap delts, a well-defined chest, and a great midsection. He has the ability to stay lean, great muscle bellies, so all he would really have to do is just pack on some more muscle. He has a great starting foundation. So now if we go 5 years in the future, we'll see him in Neighbors.
Hey, dude.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Good to see you.
Good to
Nice.
see you too.
You're one of those guys.
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good gig.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. Actually made a shit ton of girls here, so not that surprised. Your body basically looks like a giant arrow pointing right towards your.
Right.
Now if we take a look at this physique, you can tell he's definitely grown up, he's definitely matured. He went straight from playing a basketball high school kid to a non-basketball but college frat guy. You can tell he's maintained the same amount of leanness, but he's packed on a considerable amount of muscle. And according to Kino Body, aka Grego Gallagher, friend of the channel, Zac stands at a total of 160 pounds and a body fat percentage of 8 to 9%. I could see 9, I would think it would be more about 10 to 11, but I'm also not the best when it comes to predicting body fat percentage. Now his physique does absolutely amazing.
So he has 14 abs. He has 3 back abs and 14 front abs. So 17 abs.
And I would guarantee 99.9% of the world would crave this physique, and I bet this is the physique that women would love to have. But with that being said, there's nothing completely out of the ordinary about this physique, and I think this is definitely obtainable naturally. I mean, come on, he had 5 years, and I would assume newbie gains to go from this to this. Granted, in this physique, he also has optimal lighting, he probably got a nice pump, and you know we had to have the oil right before.
You get like 2 extra lines here.
Really?
Yes.
I gotta start getting baby oil. You just drawn 2 more lines like I did.
You know, Zac has an absolutely amazing physique here, but in my opinion, anyone can achieve this physique with 5 years of training hard. Shoot, I think you could even achieve this physique with amazing genetics, 3 to 4 years of training hard. All you would have to do is focus on the compound lifts. You don't have the power lift training, but you want to prioritize those lifts because those help you pack on the most muscle. For his physique and other movie actors' physiques especially, you want to work out the show muscles, just like Sylvester Stallone said. He's a gearhead, but he did bring up a good point.
You need to start training more of the show muscles. So, the show muscles are obviously the arms, the upper chest, and the upper back. I consider those mostly the show muscles.
You also want to work out the lats for his physique. You want to prioritize that big chest and the delts. If you want to upgrade your chest, I recommend doing a flat benching movement, an incline benching movement, and a fly benching movement. You don't really have to work on the decline, considering your lower chest is probably overdeveloped as it is. If you want to build those cap delts, I recommend doing lateral raises or overhead press. The main part of Zac Efron's physique, and this movie in particular, that makes him stand out so much is that V-taper.
6-pack, I was like, you gotta make that 12-pack, dog. Make it a case. Make it a case.
And to achieve the V-taper, yeah, you can do all the ab exercises that you want, but in order to get that, you have to get in that caloric deficit. You would also want to eat in a caloric surplus, depending on how skinny you are. If you're a fatter guy, you would have to eat in a caloric deficit in order to achieve that dryness. If you want to achieve more of that dry look, you would have to go to more extremes like cutting down the carbs and cutting down the water, which I definitely wouldn't recommend, because that's not good for longevity. But with all that being said, do I think that Zac Efron achieved his neighbor's one physique naturally? I absolutely do. I think he did that absolutely natural. He had a lot of time to do so, and he was pretty young in the process, so that just makes it a whole lot easier. It'd be one thing if he did this in a year or two, and he was a full-grown man, but he was young, so I definitely think it was Natty. Of course, I could always be wrong. But with all that being said, I think that'll pretty much wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.